Right Rock addicts and Metal Devastation radio listeners. This is DJ REM, and I have the band Snakeyes on the line. How you doing today?
Very good. Thank you for having us on your show.
Yeah, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I totally appreciate it. Why don't we start? If you could introduce yourself and your spot in the band, and then the other members that are not with us today.
Well, my name is Cosmin, and I'm the lead singer for Snake Eyes. And the other guys are Jose, which is the bass player, and the guitar player, and Justy, who is the guitar player, and Carlos, who is the drummer.
Okay, very cool. And you guys are based out of Romania?
I'm the only one from Romania. The other guys are from Spain.
Oh, okay. Very good. So how does that work for you guys then, getting together to do stuff? Or do you have to send everything over the internet? What do you guys do?
Well, for the debut EP we just released, we recorded it over the internet. So I did my parts here in Romania and sent them over to Jose in Spain, and he mixed and prepared everything. And hopefully this summer we'll get together and play live shows. We're currently recording a full-length album. So yeah, we'll play live shows and release the whole album next year. Yeah, I'm already thinking about 2014.
Well, it's close. So
yeah, very close. Yeah,
a week away. So very good. So how long has Snake Eyes been together as a band then?
Well, we started in I think spring this year, and we met online. Jose and me met online, and first he was he wanted to invite me to do some songs on his solo album, and then we did a couple of songs, and we both liked them so much, and he said, well, screw the solo album, let's go with a full band, let's go with another project, and thus Snake Eyes was born. And yeah, it took us about 2 months to record the EP, starting from scratch and to the final production.
Okay, well, very cool. That's a pretty cool story, how things worked out. I like it.
Oh, thank you.
So a question for you is, what kind of influences have you had in your life that, got you into music and made you want to do something like this?
Well, I'm a singer from 2005. Well, before that, I was only singing in the bathtub or something like that. But some of my friends told me, "Man, you have a good voice. Let's try putting you in a band. Let's try some let's call it professional singing." So I started out with some of my friends in a band, and it worked nicely. So I started moving from band to band because yeah, high school bands are a thing, and more professional bands are a completely different thing.
Right.
And yeah, and I ended up in my current band, which is, I'm 5 years in this band. It's called 9.7 Richter, and it's from Bucharest, and we play constant shows here, club gigs, big gigs. Yeah, we're also recording a brand new album. Our last album came out in 2010, and it's time for a new one. We already have all the songs done, and as a side project, I started this thing with Jose, which ended up being pretty great.
Yeah, no doubt. Hey.
Yeah.
You're a very busy man, then, is what it sounds like.
Yeah, and yeah. I always try to do music, to write as much music and play as much music as I can. And yeah, I also did a lot of internet projects, YouTube stuff and stuff like that. But right now I'm focusing only on Snake Eyes and the new Richter album, my band. Yeah.
Okay. Well, please, if you want, just as a side note, send me music from the other band, because I'll be more than happy to play that as well.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, sure.
So, and I have to say, ever since you sent in the tracks and stuff to the station, I've been playing you guys. Every show I do, I play you guys, and I've had really good response from the listeners.
Yeah.
And like, these guys are awesome. So
yeah. That's what amazed me as well, because when I first heard Jose's demos, I was like blown away. I said, "Man, these demos sound better than half the bands I know." And I mean, yeah, and I mean they're studio recordings, not demos.
Right?
And he said, "Yeah." And after we added the voice, we were both very, very pleased with the result. And as I said before, we said, "Let's go for a full project, full band, because these songs deserve." To get into the spotlight and get to as many people as we can.
Yeah, very good. Well, I'm glad you did. And I tell you what, just to add to what you said, some bands think they know what they're doing, and some bands actually do. So, and you guys
Yeah.
definitely do.
Oh, thank you. I'm sure you'll like the full album, because let's say 80% of it is already written, and some of it is recorded, and I'm sure you'll like it, because we think the songs are even better than the ones on the EP.
Very good. Well, I definitely look forward to it.
Yeah.
So, how did the name of the band come to be? Where does Snake Eyes come from?
Well, that's a funny story. Back when we were recording some of Jose's initial demos, I was listening to a lot of Whitesnake, because they just released the Blu-ray thing, the, I don't know, Made in Japan, I think it's called. And I was listening to that one, and going back to some Whitesnake history. And I told Jose, let's make a more hard rock, soft song like that, not metal, but hard rock, you know.
Right.
And he said okay, and we have one. We did one. I don't think we'll use it for the album, because it's very climatic compared to the other songs. But back then I was thinking, it would be cool to call the band something with snake, and we came up with the song Snake Pit, which is on the EP. And I was really hoping we could call the band Snake Pit, but there are other bands called Snake Pit. I think Slash has a band called Snake Pit. And then we started, I don't know, thinking around the name Snake. So we came up with Snake Eyes, joined, the two words joined with only one E in the middle. And we stuck to that, because we got a logo from an artist friend of Jose. We liked the logo, and we said, okay, we're going to keep that and go forward with that.
Okay, very cool. So you mentioned that you're working on getting the full album recorded. Where are you guys recording at? Are you guys doing that all yourself, or what's the pro?
Um, Well, the plan is to record the full length demos of all the songs, but we're gonna have the same quality and the same production as on the EP for the demos. And if we find a record label willing to let us record in a, I don't know, a better studio with better tools and stuff like that, we're gonna redo it. If not, we're gonna release it as we can record it with our own means,
Right.
by our own, yeah. But I think, personally think that the EP sounds great. And I don't know if it needs, I don't know, more polish, because I think it sounds great. And you already heard it. I'm willing to get all feedback and use the feedback from you guys, from the listeners, from the critics and stuff like that, so we can make a better album. But I think, for the taking into account the way we recorded it, it sounds very good.
I can't disagree. I think it sounds really good. So
Yeah, and yes, it was recorded at my home for the voice parts, and at Jose's home for the everything else. And they also did a session with the drummer. I think they recorded that at their mini studio. Jose and the other guys are from a band called Sphinx in Spain. They're pretty well known there. They just released an album, so I think they used their mini studio there to record the drum parts.
oh, nice. And then, do you have an artist working on the cover for you? What's gonna go on? What's gonna happen with that?
Well, we used the same artist that did the Sphinx covers for the EP. I think we're gonna stick with the current logo because we like it, but I don't know for the full album artwork if we're gonna use the same artist, because Jose wanted to use some well-known artists, some international artists, and we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Well, I look forward to seeing it. That's all I
Okay.
can say. So, where is a good place for people to go to find out more about Snake Eyes? What websites and
Well,
working?
it's Snake Eyes Metal with minus snakeeyes metal.com. It's also on Facebook, facebook.com slash Snake Eyes Metal. Um, I think also on YouTube. Yes, on YouTube. It's I think it's Snake Eyes Metal Official. Let me check because yeah, it's Snake Eyes Official. Snake Eyes Official on YouTube. All the videos are there, and hopefully before the end of the year we'll have a bit of a surprise on the YouTube channel and on the site. Uh, Another song, well, a bonus song. Not kind. It's not exactly a new song, but you'll see. You'll see. I get you. I hope you get surprised. Yeah.
Well, we like surprises, so
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
So, what are the goals for you guys with this? Where do you guys hope to take this? What's your plans?
Well, right now we're focusing on finishing the album and doing it the best we can. So, if a record label wants to have us, we should be prepared. Uh, in one case or the other, we are going to start playing live. I hope this summer. Jose is setting up some special appearances in Spain. We'll see how that goes, and I'm trying to set up some live gigs here in Bucharest. And then we have some friends in Europe, in other bands and stuff like that. So we hope we can go play in other places. Also. Other places that aren't Spain or Romania. So we'll see how that goes, and I hope everything will be okay.
Yeah, well, best of luck to you with that as
Yeah,
well. Hopefully,
thank you.
maybe you can play some festivals or something.
Yeah. That's the plan. That's the plan. Yeah. The both the gigs in Spain and Romania are for festivals. Yeah.
Very good.
Okay.
So, okay, here's another question specifically for you. If I grabbed your iPod or MP3 player, however you like to listen to music, what bands would I find you listening to?
Okay. Okay. Let's talk about my iPhone because that's where I keep my music, my on-the-go music. Um, I think you're gonna find the latest album from Chakra, if you know them.
Yep.
Uh, you're gonna find some Sabaton tunes. I'm not exactly a big Sabaton fans, but I do enjoy some of their stuff. Um, I think you're gonna find some Tony Martin stuff there. You know, the ex-singer of Black Sabbath. He also did some albums with Empire and a lot of other, let's call them smaller bands. He's a great singer. I like him very much. Let me check because I have the phone right here. Now you're gonna find the whole Halford discography on this one. Yeah, because I'm a huge Halford fan and I listen to his solo stuff as much as I can do. Okay, let's see some. Oh, there's a band I like. They're a bit silly, but I like that. They're called Amaranth, and they play some pop metal or something like that with three singers: a girl, a boy with a clean voice, and another guy with a growl voice. They're kind of silly but fun. Um, yeah, I have the latest Avantasia in here. I have the latest Avenged Sevenfold. I really like this last Avenged Sevenfold album. It's more old school. I don't know. Everybody compared it to Metallica. Yeah, mainly because of that. I really don't like their old stuff with the screams and
Right.
yeah. I have the Blaze Bailey discography. It's all in here. I like them. I like him very much. Um, a great band called Civil War, if you know them.
No,
Uh,
not.
yeah, ex guys from Sabaton with the singer from Astral Doors. It's great. It's a great band and really good sounding album. I have some Gotthard, yeah, for my hard rock needs. Um, I don't know. Some Iced Earth, the latest album. Looking forward to the new one in I
Oh,
think
so am I.
January. Um, Yeah, you know, some old stuff, some old school stuff like Judas Priest, Kingdom Come. Yeah, from the silly part of the playlist, I have the latest Lordi album. Yeah, I liked them like 5 or 6 years ago. They were fun. Right now, not that much. Um, I like. I have the latest Master Plan. I think it's very good. Um, yes, and my favorite. I think it's my favorite album of the year. This year, the Queensryche 2013 one, the Total Tour one, not the Jeff Tate one. That sucks. The Jeff Tate one sucks. I like the Latour one. Yeah, it's that. I think it's the best album they released in I don't know how many years, and I really enjoyed that album.
Very cool. Well, I love that you mentioned Sabaton like twice because I love that band so much.
Yeah, I've seen them. The first time I listened to them, I think it was the first time for a lot of people back when they released Primo Victoria. And I was so. The song was so powerful, but then for me it was funny because they sounded like a Russian guy was singing. He has that kind of accent.
Right.
At first I thought he was Russian, and I immediately labeled the band and the whole genre as Russian war metal.
Oh,
And yeah, and I'm still thinking of that whenever I see them, whenever I hear them play, yeah, that's some Russian war metal there. And I think they had some good albums, but I don't know, the latest one is not really clicking with me. I think it's Carolus Rex, the latest one, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah, I
Uh,
love that song, Careless Rex.
yeah,
It's my favorite
uh,
song.
and I think it's about them actually recording the album with a lineup and then playing it live with a different lineup. And from what I understand, they switched drummers once again. And yeah, it's a hard life being a, a metal star, a
Right.
metal band.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
It's constantly
But
changing world for a band, isn't it?
yeah, but you'd be amazed. They have such a huge following, even here in Romania. I mean, they at first when they came first, we had a small club with 600 people, and it was full. And then they played a big festival in the town square. Let's call it town square, the main just in front of our. I don't know if you know it, our Parliament House, which is the hugest building in Europe, and in the world, it's only second behind the Pentagon.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and they played there, and it was a full house. And then they got that was at the festival, and then they got last this year, I think they played in the spring. They played a huge hall, several thousand people, and it was a full house. And they were so they are very appreciated and loved over here, Sabaton. Yeah. I think it's a trend in Eastern Europe because you know they also have a huge following in Poland because of their lyrics and reference to World War II and what happened over there back in
Right.
the day.
Yep.
And people like that kind of stuff over here. History blends with metal and stuff like that, so everybody resonates to this kind of approach to metal.
Right. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So for Snake Eyes, what so you guys are, you're hoping to do some shows this coming summer. What do you think is going to set you guys apart? What are people going to get when they come see you guys live and, and listen to you and listen to your songs? Well, why should they?
Well, when we started Snake Eyes, we thought about doing the kind of music we like. Not necessarily something, let's call it original, but the things we like and do those things as best as we can. Because I'm listening to a lot of music recently, and that kind of vibe, the let's call it classic metal vibe, the Maiden vibe, the Priest vibe, but with a modern sound, it's kind of gone. Everybody, the German bands are stepping more and more into the power metal scene. The and I had some hopes from German bands because they were kind of like let's call them followers of the real of the initial new wave of British heavy metal genre. But and we thought, let's do this, let's do what we like, and let's make it sound like it should sound, and see how people react to this. Let's play some classic metal. Let's play it. It's a stereotype, but yeah, it's hard and loud, and see how people react. And we got a very good fit. We got very good feedback from everybody after the EP launched. Um, so we're planning to take this recipe and apply it to both the new album and the live appearances, because uh, looking at today's bands, these kinds of approach, the kind of approach we do, the operatic vocals and the classic metal sound, they're not so common anymore like they were back. I don't know, uh, a few years ago, or maybe more. I haven't seen like a new Iron Maiden. I haven't seen a new Judas Priest. Everybody, when they want to listen to the classic metal stuff, they still go back to those bands, and that's a bit sad for me, because yeah, there are a lot of cool bands, a lot of new cool bands, but everybody seems to take a different path today. So we said, let's play, the things we loved, and let's try to bring them back, if you want.
Yeah, and I personally can totally appreciate that, because the to me the best metal out there right now is the stuff coming out of Europe, and like from guys like you. And I'm not going to cut on the American metal scene, because there's some good American bands, but I'm telling you right now, the metal, the quality of the metal coming out of Europe right now is second to none, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's because metal festivals in Europe are still a big thing. There, lots of countries have big metal festivals with huge attendances, and people still like this kind of music, even though it's not promoted as well as it should be. And when I'm talking about my country, Romania, the metal scene here is very, very underground, because mainstream media focuses on pop music and shit like that.
Yep.
So
Crap.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crap. And we recently had, a metal singer on the show, The Voice, the voice of Romania, let's call it. And they kicked him out after one song, and said, "Yeah, you can only sing rock, and we are not looking for rock singers." Yeah. So that's kind of the attitude of the media towards rock and metal music. So we have to improvise how we can. We have a series of clubs who play our kind of music. We have a very limited amount of festivals who play our music, and the occasional shows with the big bands. Um, I mean, big bands. Big bands. You can call Maiden a big band. You can call Metallica a big band, or Rammstein, or stuff like that. And you're gonna get like tens of thousands of people at a concert like that. But when I say big bands, I'm talking about stuff like Sabaton, as I said, which aren't exactly, let's call them, mainstream, but yeah, they're very appreciated, and they can fill up some nice venues.
Right.
Yeah, and taking all of these into consideration, we struggle to make the best we can out of it. So probably the quality of the music is reflected by these conditions as well, because um, when you the passion is and the let's call it talent is also fueled by some or a bit of frustration. Everything kind of comes together a bit better, if you know what
Yep.
I mean.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely agree.
yeah, yeah. And yeah, and it's also the thing, as I said, that at least for Snake Eyes, it's exactly the kind of music Jose and I love so much, and we instantly clicked with those songs. And maybe that's another point for us as for the music of Snake Eyes. Yeah.
Right. Very good. So, what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you at a live show you've done?
Oh, okay. Um, a lot of stuff. I can name. Yeah, we I played with my band a few years ago in a festival, and we said, okay, I'm gonna do a dramatic entrance on the scene. I'm not gonna be there when the first verse is sang. I'm gonna sing it from the back of the stage, and then I'm gonna come in at the chorus, and everybody will go nuts and stuff like that. But I forgot one little detail. Um, yeah, I had no monitors in the back of the stage, so I couldn't hear a thing I was singing. Yeah, and then I couldn't wait to get back on stage and actually hear what I'm singing.
Right.
Yeah, and we had a lot of fun stuff. Fun, like guitars going out and stuff like that during the show, replacing strings, stuff like that. Yeah, uh, nothing really crazy if you're looking for something out of the ordinary. Yeah,
That's it's all good, man. Definitely.
yeah, yeah. But it's the usual stuff. Every band goes through that once or twice, or maybe more times than that. Yeah.
So, this next question might be kind of difficult for you to answer, but because you guys haven't actually done live shows together yet, but I'm going to ask you anyways. Who who out of your lineup do you think is going to spend the most time in front of a mirror before they go live on stage?
Well, that's a cute question. Yeah. Um, um, Either Jose or maybe me. I don't know. I know he had some promotional gigs with his band Sphinx, and he wanted to lose some weight before going on stage with them, and he had a regular exercise program, and he cut back on the food and stuff like that. So he was really concerned about how he's gonna look on the stage.
Right.
Yeah. I also have a bit of I don't know if I could call it. I think it's like a formula I do before every gig. I have my stage clothes, I have my accessories and stuff like that. So you know. It's a bit of it's also a bit of if one gigs goes right with an outfit, then yeah, I'm gonna use that outfit until something goes wrong,
Right.
yeah, it's a bit superstitious, but yeah, I'm kind of going for that thing. So but I don't think it's like when you're waiting to go out on a date or something like that, and you're ready in 5 minutes, and she takes like 2 hours or stuff
Right.
like that. Yeah, no, I think even though we spend a few minutes in front of a mirror, they're just a few minutes, so no biggie there.
Okay. Is there anything else? Is there anything I have not asked you about Snake Eyes that you want to make sure people know?
Well, I want to know. I want them to know they can listen to the Shadow Warrior single at any time on YouTube. It's there. We also have a video for it, um, and they can download the EP from I think it's on every digital store under the sun, iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, Deezer, Zonga, whatever. Just search for it and you'll find it, and hopefully you'll like it. I think you can listen to it for free on Spotify and stuff like that. So it's not really uh, pay to listen to it policy we're enforcing on you. So I think sooner or later you'll be able to get more Snake Eyes. I think sooner rather than later. By if you stay tuned to our website, I told you it's snakeeyes-metal.com, and I don't know. Right now, I'm looking I'm looking forward to the future with this band as much as any other fan could do, because I'm really excited to play with the guys after recording this awesome EP. I think it's maybe the best thing I've recorded in my life, and I do have some previous albums done with various bands, and this is by far the best I've been involved with the best songs and the best production. And yeah, I'm really grateful to Jose and the guys for allowing me to participate in this wonderful project they have right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, very good. And I also want to add that if people come to rockaddictradio.com or metaldevastationradio.com and request Snake Eyes, they can hear them there. And you also will just hear them on my show because, like I said, I play it a lot. So, and I
Yeah.
definitely wish you guys the best of luck. I cannot wait to hear the full album, and yeah, I'm stoked to hear it.
Yeah, you and me both. Yeah, uh,
Definitely.
yeah, yeah. Because we can hear the demos almost every day, but from the initial demo stage to the final product, it's a big difference, and
But
it's a whole new dimension to the songs, and I can't wait to hear the final product.
very good. Okay,
Okay,
one last thing to have to ask before I let you go.
okay,
I would love a couple radio liners from you.
okay.
So,
Uh,
so the first one, you can say your name, and you're from the
yes.
band Snake Eyes, and you're listening to MetalDevastationRadio.com.
Okay, my name is Cosmin from the band Snake Eyes, and you're listening to MetalDevastationRadio.com.
Okay, perfect. And then the second one, the same thing, but you're listening to RockAddictRadio.com.
My name is Cosmin from the band Snake Eyes, and you're listening to RockAddictRadio.com.
Okay, perfect. And then the last one, if you don't mind making one for myself, so your name and in the name of the band, and you're listening to DJ REM.
Okay, so the same thing with the JREM. Okay. Uh, my name is Cosmin from the band Snake Eyes, and you're listening to DJ Ram.
Okay, very cool, man. Once again,
Okay.
totally appreciate you taking the time. Please let everybody else with the band know that I said hello. I'd appreciate that, and
Yeah.
wish
Yeah,
you
no
guys best
problem.
of luck.
Yeah. Thank you for having us on your show. And, the best of wishes, happy holidays, and all that stuff.
Yeah, you too. Okay, take
Yeah.
care and keep in
Okay.
touch.
Thank you very much. Have a great evening.
Okay, bye.